Alright, hello everyone, so let's take a look at Tuesday. Now remember, as usual, make sure you get your swing days all organized. I've already posted the swing hours for the day. Here they are on gold. There's a few more around there as well. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Now yesterday, this is gold from yesterday, I said these zones down here, one is this green zone, the other one's here with these pricing. They're good to kind of like buy if the market comes down. Remember, it was not a swing day yesterday, and I did say we're in between levels, so it's a bit more tricky to trade here. Okay, but today being a swing day, we'll see how things pan out today and tomorrow. So it could be today or tomorrow, because I got Tuesday or Wednesday. Okay, so both of these days are a little tricky. So with gold, what you might want to do is this. With the weekly, I've already posted the swing days. With the weekly, I've already posted the PST values, which are there. And yesterday, daily PST was 2529. But today, let's see where we're at with that. 62 is 2531. So I'm going to move this up into 2531. Somewhere around there, okay? Which is enough to kind of sweep out. So we'll see how things pan out. Now, what you can do with gold, we've got even lows here. If the market decides to come down, it can. Okay, so buying the lows are okay as usual down here. Okay, so the market can still poke down into this 2,451.61. I've marked this green zone in, so I recommend you mark it as well, and also the low of this zone here. All right, and the support here on the daily is 46, 2479. So 2479, as you can see, that's slightly up there. On the daily, the support is too far down, so I'm not going to go there. And the other one is this one, 2469. And then I've got 2469 here. Alright, so 2469, 2472. Now I'm going to move this, I'm going to get rid of this. If the market does come down, it should sweep at least. If you want to sell, this is your bar. Okay. And also mind the gap here, right? If you want to buy, and the trend is up, I told you that yesterday, buying the lows are not a bad option. So I'm going to get rid of this. When the price comes down here, you can match it out. All of you guys know technical analysis and money management, so you can always go back to check out what bar this is. Okay, it's not a problem. I like to put the PST levels in there, so this zone is a lookout zone for us. Okay, and because we've got Tuesday and Wednesday on the radar, okay, you might want to wait and see how things pan out. Yesterday I did say if the market goes above the weekly and closes above it, the pullback is okay to buy. So if you bought the pullback at the swing hour, market went back up, you should have been okay. All right, so with gold, be careful, be mindful. Also, make sure you're on top of the news. All right, so this week we've got 2 days of news which you're going to look out for, which is Wednesday and Thursday. Okay. All right, so like I said, if you want to sell, do it on the high end. If you want to buy, do it on the low end. In between levels, it's tricky. If you trust your technical analysis and you say to me, my intraday buy level is here and I'm going to buy here if it comes there because I think it's going to go up, it's your call. But I like to trade on the edges and not in the middle of nowhere. Also, it's not a very strong trend, as you can see. So this is looking like a setup for a sell down, and we'll probably break this low here, which is fine. It'll probably target this zone. Euro dollar, this is your daily. Remember, I did say you can follow this down. Friday was a swing day, Monday was a swing day, so following this down was good. And I did say we got room to come down, and I did say this will probably break and I did put those values in there yesterday. If you played your cards right, you should have been just fine, shorting this down. Now, because yesterday was a swing day, selling the retracement from Friday and then following up yesterday was not a bad idea. Good buy kiss today is 48 on the PST, which is 10.51, which is pretty much close to that 10.55. So 10.51 is here, and 10.55 is there. So if the market does come up and you want to sell again, I don't think it's a bad idea to do so. There are no gaps here, so I think it's good to push further down. Let's take a look at our targets. We don't want to be selling blindly. HCL1, 1.0973. So I'm going to now mark a target 1.0973. On the weekly, okay, that zone is 56. Now be careful there because that's 10.15, and on the weekly we'll probably get, if it comes there, we'll probably get a buy reaction. Simply because it's a PST level and it's on the weekly, and so that's fine. If it goes up first, selling into that is okay. And on the monthly, we'll probably have more room to retrace down, but as you guys know, we don't sell on support levels, okay? But I do believe this is going to go down. So if there is a up retracement coming up here, or even to the weekly, it doesn't matter. If we go up, if you have an Astro hour selling this zone after sweep stops, or if it comes here to sell at a swing hour, I think is legitimate and it's fine. SP 500, as with all the indices, remember those swing days are going to be the same. I talked about this yesterday. Market going up to sell off, it's logical. Today, that red line there is your HCL1, 5541, 55 there. If the market comes up there, you're good to sell. I talked about the weekly pivot yesterday as well. So yeah, basically this was a sell zone yesterday. The market target zone as well. Market comes in, as you can see, it's retracing back down in that direction. So this is a classic pullback. Playing it back down is okay. Just be mindful that the market can come up as well. So what are you supposed to do with that? If it does go up, you should sell it at the swing hour. And another target down there is 5353, which is there. Alright, so this has got room to come down, and like I said, be mindful for your swing days and trade on your swing days. So if we're up at the swing hours, selling down is not a bad idea. Let's take a look at Dow Jones and Nasdaq. As you know, indices are going together. Same with this. Just match it with your technical analysis. As you can see, I did say we've got room to come up yesterday. Market came up nicely. It could still sweep because we've got even highs, which is great. If you sweep it, selling is not a bad idea. On the weekly, as you can see, we've just made ends meet, which is beautiful. And on the daily, this is, let me just double check. I'm going to get, well, this is the gap. Well, there is no gap there, but there is slightly there. Okay. So what could possibly happen? Let's check out the weekly again. So that's a bit far out, but I'd be inclined to sell down on this one. Yeah, I'd be inclined to sell. So if we find ourselves sweeping and filling in, selling down is not a bad idea. Okay, it's a nice retracement back up, and then following it again down, I think is the way to go. Where from? Like I said, filling in the gaps, highs, stop sweeps. Okay, so if we have a stop sweep here, let's see if there's a daily PST there. That's too far out. And same with the weekly. And the monthly goodbye kiss is at 64. Price of 48.66. 48. Double six is around here. So this zone is okay to be selling if we're at a swing hour. Like I said, we've got even higher, so be careful for stop sweeps. Nasdaq. Also, when stop sweeps, if you learned astrology from me, financial astrology, remember the planets that do these things, all right? If you get planetary aspects with, with those planets after a certain, like let's say after an hour, after a swing hour, then you got to be careful, because those sudden moves do stop sweeps and then it goes in your direction. Let's take a look at Nasdaq. Same here. If going up to sell is okay. That 54 level is 19,282, which I probably have somewhere here. 19,282 is up there. This is, once again, is a bit out there, but any move, any move going up to close the stops, to close the gaps, I think is good to sell. I talked about this target yesterday, so as you can see, we've come there, and that's fine. It's a nice selling reaction from there. So going up a little bit, filling in gaps to sell even more, I think is the way to go. Remember the swing days, you can actually do that. I mentioned that yesterday as well. Going up to a swing day and then to kind of sell off is following the same move of the market. And it's, like I said, doable. Yeah, keep this in mind. All right, and on the daily, we've got that 42 level, 18,753. Just going to move this up. Well, which is pretty much your weekly pivot. Okay, so if we come up to the weekly pivot, selling again, it's not a bad option. Mind the gaps. Okay, just a little one here, just mind it in case. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now with Bitcoin, yesterday I said we should go up for a retracement, and then we can look for a sell again. Yesterday with Bitcoin was a swing day, so nice little up move, exactly what we like to see on swing days, and that's your up move. Okay, remember I said we've got room to go up on this one, and this is like a flag formation, and that's the gap there. Okay, see, it's filled in the gap, and then selling off is okay. On your daily, there you go, it's done that target, it's tapped into there, and I said this is the zone where we want to tap into. So from here, again, selling at goodbye kisses, selling in this zone, and your last target at 55 on the daily is 59,469. So if we should get up there, you can sell. Okay, so that's 58,460, and the 55 zone 59,469. So somewhere around there. Okay, also, like I said, keep in mind that daily target as well. That one too. Alright, so this is a nice zone. maybe it'll touch this line, do a good buy kiss, and then fall off. It's doable. Okay, match it to your hours, you should be fine. So mark in there 58,460 as well. And that's basically it. So I'm still thinking we should be going to the downside with Bitcoin. So selling at the right place, I think, is okay. And if the market wants to follow this down, I'm all for it. Okay, because I think we should get to that 50 to 49 zone, which we talked about before.